What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room, hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the reel of reality TV. Okay. Winterharris, she has been talking a lot lately about Love and Marriage DC, how she's not coming back and how Carlos pretty much is paying pennies over there. While I can get with her on that and I understand her feelings and frustrations with all of that, I watched this reunion and I'm not even going to lie, even though I like her, it's just a number of things that when it comes to her anger and frustration with the guy she was dating, Yusha, that I don't quite understand. But I want to play this clip because she is calling Yusha an opportunist and that she didn't want to have anything to do with him. Don't sit him next to me on this stage. I'm going to get up and move away. I didn't ask for this. I don't want no parts. And listen, let's just go ahead and get into it.
What happened when you first met Yusha? Because clearly you were very happy to see him.
First impressions, the impression was good. He seemed to have, a level of emotional intelligence. And I was happy with what I saw.
Yusha, when you first met Winter, did you think that Winter is the right woman that I need in this moment?
When I first met Winter, we had a great conversation that night. And I liked what I heard. And it was enough for me to be like, let's continue to get to know each other.
You told Yusha you love him?
I did. The feelings were feeling. Yes, I did. I was honest about how I felt. It's how I felt in the moment. And I will not retract that.
All right. She says she told him that she loved him because she was feeling it. The feelings were feeling. She was in the moment. Now, let's remember, she's twice divorced. I'm not blaming her for the divorces or those relationships not working out. But I'm just saying, if you have been married twice before and you claim that the previous man was a scammer or whatever she was saying about him, I would think that you would be a little bit more hesitant, not even a bit, a lot more cautious in your movements and how deep you go in with a person that you're just getting to know. So to me, it sounded like she said, I love you to this man pretty quickly. And he probably was surprised by it. So, what was he supposed to do? Lie and respond and say, I love you too, if that's not what he was really feeling? I don't know what she was expecting, but yeah.
You said in response to that, what, Yusha?
Thank you.
Hey, yo, that's tough.
Thanks for sharing that with me. I'm going to let you stand on that.
What was he supposed to do? Lie? I mean, like I was saying, to me, it sounds like she moves pretty quickly.
Wait, say that one more time?
He said, thank you for sharing that with me. I'm going to let you stand on that.
What did you mean by that when you said that, Yusha?
To me, I wasn't at a place yet where I was ready to be 100% committed to those words. I'm not there yet.
I didn't ask you to be there. You could have just said, I appreciate you sharing that with me. I'm not there yet.
What, how was he supposed to respond to it if he didn't feel like he loved her? It's sounding like she's upset with the wording that he used. So she's giving him a suggestion on what he should have said instead if he did not love her or feel like the feelings that she had.
Yeah, I'm not going to be beside him.
You want to sit next to Yusha quick?
You can, it's a little tight.
It's tough.
And quick to fifth is not his fault. I know. Ladies, quick, do you mind sitting next to Yusha with the pillow?
Jesus. I've been kicked out of better places, Carlos.
I know. I mean, all jokes aside, when a woman tells a man, I love you, the last thing she wants to hear back is stand on it. Was that the first sign of, something's off here?
Correct. It really bothered me. And I'm like, that's just not a regular response. And I know Yusha likes to be fake deep, but some things are not necessary. Like, you didn't have to be super deep in that moment and say, I'm going to let you stand on that. And I feel like, yes, that was the first sign that I was like, I don't know.
What happened to the point where you feel the need to physically remove yourself from the couch?
There's been a lot that's transpired. And I'm going to be honest, I don't have a lot of time to give this because I've moved on. So we got 10 minutes and I'm done with it.
Not a problem. Well, honey, I don't know if my camera's down low, honey, so let me place it properly,
You can put it up there.
So you have a time, if it's 10
minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Okay.
We got 10 minutes left.
All right, honey, come on now.
So at the end of the day, I feel like we spent enough time with each other to get to know whether or not we needed to continue or discontinue. What I saw in the 90 days that we were exclusive was enough for me to say, I need to do something different. This is not the direction I want a relationship to go. We were having a lot of communication struggles. The continuous unnecessary insertion of the defense of joy. And I think Joy is lovely. I don't have anything against her, not jealous of her in any way, shape, form, or fashion. It just, again, was, what is that about? Like, I don't understand. He doesn't know her from a can of paint as far as I know. And I think, honestly, the straw that broke the camel's back, when I felt like he threw Black under the bus at our cash trip, I was like, if you'll do that to your friend of 10 years, who am I? You've only known me for 120 days. That was like, ugh. Aside from that, Yusha was being opportunistic. He was constantly going to production trying to pitch his brand. You are here because you are wanting to get to genuinely know me. Why do you care about pitching your brand?
Did you feel like Yusha was using you?
Absolutely.
Okay, here's what I want to say to that. If you watch the show, I don't even know what he does. So she introduced him to her kids. He introduced her to his daughter at her house. And I didn't see anything about his brand, his business, his hustle, nothing. To me, it seems as if this is more to do with an issue that she is feeling with Joy and feeling like maybe he has some type of feeling for Joy, which would be irrelevant because Joy is married to the man that she met on Ready to Love. You know, she found out that and she didn't find out from someone else. He actually told her. He told her himself that he had tried out for Ready to Love and they had the idea that he and Joy would be a good love connection. It didn't work out. He wasn't even on the show. He told her this information. It wasn't like somebody came and told her this and she found out from someone else. And so then she started side-eyeing him to say, oh, well, no wonder he's taken up for Joy so much because he has some feelings there. I'm thinking that she is just really feeling a little bit slighted or a lot slighted because she fell too deep. She told this man that she loved him. He wasn't in the place and feeling the same way. And his expression back to her was something that left her with some egg on her face. And she was just continuously feeling that to the point where it's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't think that it was about him being opportunistic because everybody that's on the show, ironically, is opportunist in a way because, like, seriously, you get on these reality shows because you feel like it's an opportunity. Whether it's the opportunity for you to just get attention because you're just a camera hog and you want people to know you and get followers and that type of superficial stuff, or you feel like this is an opportunity for me to pitch myself for bigger opportunities, launch my businesses, things that I've been working on or ideas that I've had. So pretty much all of them are opportunists. Let's be clear about that. So to me, not trying to be standing up for this guy that I don't know. It's not about a girl versus a guy thing. It's just I feel like a right versus a wrong thing. And I'm sorry, I'm just not really seeing it for how she is putting it out there.
How do you feel about that, Yusha? Winter is saying you use her to get on the show to promote yourself.
She's entitled to feel how she feels, bro.
Did you not tell one of our producers that you felt like I was a good opportunity?
I was very quiet when you said
Did you not tell one of the producers that you felt like I was a good opportunity
for a wife?
No, that wasn't what you said. I feel like Winter is a good opportunity.
Carlos, do me a favor. See how quiet and peaceful I was while she was talking?
Feel free. Continue, Yusha. You're not that deep. Go right ahead.
Well, Winter, let me
He's as deep as a puddle.
I know. Winter, let me hear from Yusha though, child.
Go right
'cause
ahead.
We're
I'll
not going to
hush.
be disrespectful towards each other. She's going to be respectful to me.
Don't tell me what I
respectful
am
to
and
her.
am not going to
We're going to
do.
be respectful to each other.
You can continue.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to.
I'm
She should have
quiet.
sat over here.
Thank
At the end of the day, Black and Sherelle know me. I wear my clothes all the time. One of the first things that...
I'm sorry, Yusha. Winter, enough.
I'm hushing. Let him finish.
Go ahead, honey.
Jamie did it. The first show we did, Jamie, he said, oh, you got on your brand? And he pulled my jacket open. I saw that as a sign of love. Like, yo, it's a Black man. He got his own brand.
Is it true that you told the producer that Winter is a good opportunity?
I was talking about for a wife. And those are things that
But
we
when you
expect
told the
as well.
producer that, did you add, after
Yes.
opportunity, the words for a wife?
Specifically...
No, you did not.
I
I actually
don't know if
heard you say
names,
this.
but
You
specifically...
heard him say it.
I actually heard him say it. He doesn't
Did
know
he
that.
say this behind your back?
He was talking behind my back to one of our producers, and he said winter is a great opportunity.
I saw her as a great opportunity for a wife. Everybody knows, including my friends, know that I want to be married again. I want a wife. That's my truth. And so if that could have worked out, that would have been a victory. If that don't work out, we good.
I don't think he's lying about that. And I'll tell you why. Because when Carlos, with his messy, shirtless self, asks Sherella and Black, do you think that Yusha is an opportunist? And they were kind of pussyfooting around with it and then eventually coming out and say, well, yeah, he's always been about his opportunities. He's always been a hustler. I feel like they did that because when they had the cash trip and Yusha was kind of in defense of Joy, and when, Sherella and Black were upset with Joy, feeling like she was putting a stain on Black's name and his character and his integrity and all that other stuff, they felt like, well, you're supposed to be our friend. If you're not going to look out for us and stand 10 toes down for us, then we're not going to stand 10 toes down for you. And that's what it was looking like to me. Because if she heard him say that and thought that it was meant in a way like, yeah, me hooking up with this chick to be on the show, she's a good opportunity for me, why didn't she stop what she was doing with him at that point in time? Like, seriously? So you continue filming with him all throughout the season, and then now this comes out. I'm just saying, I don't believe that. That's my personal thoughts. You can share your thoughts in the comment section on how you feel about it, but I honestly don't believe that he was using her in that way from what we could see. And honestly, just based on what we saw on the show, because what did we know about his brand? I didn't know anything about what he did. I really didn't. And if he even did say it, and that just goes to show how much he talked about it because it slipped. It's not something that he talked about a whole lot, if at all.
I think you should use Winter. Well, Sherelle, with all due respect, her silence said it all.
So I feel like he did like Winter. I feel like he liked her.
Well, she's not a bad-looking girl.
Not even that. Winter is a good time.
Absolutely.
She's a really good time, right? So I feel like he did like Winter. I know more about them than anybody, right? Well,
you feel like he did like Winter.
I feel like he
but her
did.
being on TV on this show didn't hurt.
Yes.
Winter, how would you feel when people say, okay, he wants to promote his brand. You're on a show called Love and Marriage. Mm-hmm. You are single. Mm-hmm. Don't act like you wasn't using Yusha to date on this show with married couples.
There was someone else I could have preferred to have brought on this show.
Should have picked him.
And I should have. Absolutely.
Should have did what was right for you.
I should have done what was right, and I am doing what is right. Let's get it clear. Aside from that, he also auditioned for Ready to Love, and this is where the Joy situation came in, okay? This is why I felt that way.
When did he audition for Ready to Love?
He auditioned for Ready to Love the season that Joy and Clifton auditioned for Ready to Love. Yusha said, but, somebody told me to audition for Ready to Love, and I did. And, they thought I was dope and felt like, I would have been a great cast member. But they didn't really have anybody for me. And the only person they felt like I would have matched with was Joy.
Child, what is going on? Is that why he settled for Joy?
I believe that's why he was hella infatuated with her.
Did you know this, Clifton?
I didn't.
Listen, that's a lot. Now, I don't know her personally, so I ain't even going to say personally I like Winter. Overall, I like her. She seems like a nice person, but I do believe that she's somebody that has fallen quickly, possibly in the previous relationships, which may have been the cause for her ultimately having 2 divorces and then getting with this guy who she claims is an opportunist. But she said, I love you to him. You know what I mean? Like, I just am not 100% on her side with this, but that's just based on what I see and what has been shown on the show and what she's been talking about now. I just feel that he did really like her. She fell fast and hard and was disappointed that the feelings weren't as deeply mutual on his end for her as they were for him. So come up with these reasons and excuses to back up and back off and separate yourself from him. And not only that, but make him look like the bad guy. I don't know. I ultimately feel like everybody that gets on those reality shows, they have some sort of opportunist in them. And that's not necessarily a bad thing for everyone. Some people, their motives are just 100% I'm just on here to get my bag, right? But I cannot stand 100% with her in this. And he checked Carlos. I like that. He said, Carlos, you saw how I was silent when she was speaking. I expect you to be making sure that the same is done for me when I'm speaking, that she's not over speaking me. And I love that. So, yeah. Winter and Yusha, they're donezo. And I feel that she has egg on her face because she moved too quickly with letting this man know that she loved him. And did she even really love him? Was it even really love? I really don't think it was. So there's some emotional maturity that needs to happen in that area and arena of her life, I feel. And that might be where she needs to put her focus on instead of being in another relationship. But that's just my thought. You can let me know yours in the comment section. Thanks for being here, liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful. And now I'm going to say bye.